This year, the ancestors said, without telling until just now. Well, not just now, the past couple days. And I feel like I'm whispering, like it's been a secret, like I'm sharing a secret. And they sent it to me in a song, which they often do. But this song is an old Negro spiritual. And it goes, jump down, turn around, pick a bale of cotton. Jump down, turn around, pick a bale of hay. Oh, Lordy, pick a bale of cotton. Oh, Lordy, pick a bale of hay. Jump down, turn around, pick a bale of cotton. Jump down, turn around, pick a bale of hay. Oh, Lordy, pick a bale of cotton. Oh, Lordy, pick a bale of hay. I noticed my dialect changed, my voice changed a bit as I sang that. And that's something that happens to me often because I allow all myselves to hold space. And in allowing all myselves to hold space, I can move through space and time differently. But this song came through, and it's been coming to me for the past couple days, and I've been just singing it out loud when it came to me and thinking about it, but they didn't give it to me until about 5 minutes ago, and I wanted to share. The ancestors this year has been hard for many. This year was a year of 9. And many people's fingers have been pricked this year. And our ancestors are saying to us, stop looking for that 40 acres and a mule. Stop looking for those reparations. Stop looking for the massa and his overseers to do right by you. Stop it. And this is not about a racial thing, because this message is coming through very much in that way so that we get the depth of visual, so that we get the depth of feel, so that we get the depth of humanistic treachery, so that we get the depth of the full vibration. And the reason that is because it has weaved itself, that class system, that servitude, that misogyny, that misogynoir, that patriarchy, that hyper-masculine feminism, the patriarchal feminism masking as matriarchal. The mask, the many masks that humans have worn, the many roles that every piece has played, every piece. Because in our human society, we accept things. We're taught to accept the place that we're born into. Come on. And to mold ourselves into the, whoa, look at that. That looks epic. I don't know if it's going to look the same on camera. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm not looking at the screen anymore. But it just looks epic standing right in front of it. This shard of broken tree with the backlighting of the sun. And we, oh, what was I saying? I got distracted by nature. Oh, see, distracted by nature. Speaking of masking, we are taught to mask. And I wrote a poetry piece the other day, and the first line was, once upon a time, many times, I was taught to be small. And we all are. We're taught to be small. Even if we're taught to grow, we're taught to be small. But these aren't taught to be small. They start small, and then they fall into the ground and they grow into trees. They grow into forests. They grow into these beautiful things that we go and admire. We admire the deer, the fox, the large animals. We admire the birds that fly. But at the same time, as a species, we teach each other to be small. Over the past 2 years, I've been on a really deep and intense forward-facing healing journey. The word shaman came to me in a dream, and it kept ringing in my head, and I accepted. And since then, my guides and everything, they're like, listen, you need to listen. You need to jump down, turn around, and pick a bale of cotton. Jump down, turn around, and pick a bale of hay. They don't care. They don't care that it pricks your fingers. Because at the end of that, when you're not giving it away when you do it. And that's what they want. They want us to stop giving ourselves away. Everyone. Every single person on the planet. And not everybody is choosing that. But I'm telling you right now, the people who survive dictatorship and fascism, they kept their heart. They kept listening to their ancestors. They kept their culture. And not like, oh, we're clinging to things of keeping culture. No, they live in a way of reverence of those who've gone before them with less. So they don't pine after the commercial capitalistic bullshit all the time. And if they want something, they believe that it will come to them because they believe in that type of God. Not one that just punishes you for no reason. Not one that takes things from you. No, things can leave. Things can change. Leaves will fall. Leaves will die. We'll crunch them up. And then you know what? They'll be birthed again. Right through the legs and the womb of the mother. So we're being asked, what is your cotton? What is your cotton? What are you meant to jump down and pick up? What are you meant to gather? Like, what is meant for you? Because one of the things that oppressors do is sell you a dream and then tell you you can't have it. They'll give you a piece, or they'll give you a specific direction to go. And then force you to follow it no matter what. No matter when you're saying, no, this isn't working, it won't matter. Because oppression is the goal. Suppression is the goal. Conformity is the goal. Societally acceptable safety is the goal. You have to recognize that those goals are not loving. They're not loving, because love holds space. And space will reach out, and space will grow. And for many people, for many, many people, especially what I'm seeing in the Gen X, but more like Xennial on generations, is that due to first the ability to get around and be in more diverse settings on a regular basis, therefore being able to have a comparative structure about what the rest of humanity was doing. Not just society, but humanity. And then being able to, bring that in, I'm hearing, and assimilate to that as much as you want or don't want. With the emergence of a lot of music that we're like, oh, they just don't make music like that anymore. Artists just aren't like that anymore. Like, I'm thinking about earlier, I did a TikTok where I was using Busta Rhymes' voice kept coming in my head this is the last day of the year of 2025. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, everybody. Ah! And it just felt like that's what this year is. 1, 2, 3, jump down, turn around, pick it up, ow. Jump down, turn around, pick it up, ow. But you are picking up what's yours. We're picking up what's ours. You're picking up what's come back up here. We're picking up what's always been ours. And for many of us, it has not been easy, because there's so many in the generations prior to mid-Gen X that are holding very strong grasp on certain energies. And it's, it was a time when it served you when you were masking. It was a time when it served you when you were following the blueprint of jump down, turn around, pick a bell, give it away, get the money. Prick your fingers, prick your fingers, prick your fingers. Just do the work so that you can buy your way out. You're now a sharecropper. You're buying your way out, or you're buying your way in. And that's been the way that we've proceeded as a species. Because even amongst the oppressed who say they want more, and I'm not just thinking about the most extremist of our oppression. That type of extremism stays alive because it fuels the assimilation. And what our ancestors are asking us to do, all the ancestors who farmed first to feed their families, and then it was stolen to feed someone else. And that person was not reciprocating in the energy. There's a building in our societal makeup across the species of you need to need me for me to give. You need to need me for me to give. And no matter what, I'm going to create a situation where you need me. And in a culture where we are, like I just thought about Sabrina the Teenage Witch and how influential like the magic and witch shows were, and Harry Potter and things like that, and how those things really allowed for those same generations that I spoke about, exennials down to, or exennials forward, to start to imagine life from a different place than the now popularized Disney fairy tales, which were not, what we get is not the originals. We get the fluffed up versions. And our ancestors, our spirit guides, our angels are asking us, please, please look around you. Where are you selling your bales that you've picked? And is that actually growing your life, or do you feel like it just ends there? You hand it off and it ends there. The advice is asked for, but it's never used. They want to know everything in your life, but don't support any of it. Don't share it. Don't come. Only sharing what's not good. And getting weird when good is being shared. Or making it bad. Comparing it. Where are we selling our bales to get back dollars that don't actually feed us? And when I say feed, I mean more than food. More than food. There are many ways to procure food for free. You can grow it yourself, but there's also other ways. And our ancestors are asking us to let go of the fear. Whoa, this just came flying out the sky. It's a black walnut shell. I guess a squirrel was working on it, or a bird. I'm not going to take it from you. Hear him up there yelling. All right, all right. I'm saying ancestors are asking us to let go of the fear, and then something comes flying out of the sky. You let go of the fear. You let go of the fear, and things will just fall out of the sky for you. And they won't be so large that it's like Acme and you're the Wile E. Coyote. No, you'll know. You'll know. exactly what to do with it. Because when we go and do the shadow work, when we go and create the loving boundaries, not soft boundaries, because not everything can be soft. Not everything can be fluffy. That's quicksand. That's tar pits. That's a waterbed. Because the thing is, if you create soft boundaries, like the tar pit, like the quicksand, things sink into there. If you're going to stand on foundational solid ground, you got to be on solid ground. You got to know what it is that you need. You got to know when it is that you filled your bale. Your bale is full. And all you wanted to do was make a shirt. You have enough. All you wanted to do was feel, I'm trying to say fill, and it's not coming out, was feel your bale. Milady, come here. Come, come here. Step over. Step over it. All you wanted to do was feel your bale. And that bale is your body. That bale is your body. And when you listen to what your body has to say, you know what it feels like? Ah, now I'm living in a dream. And I don't think I'm ever gonna wake up. Ah, now I'm living in a dream. Now I'm living in a dream. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. In all 2025, the spirit guides, the ancestors, the angels, God themselves have been showing up in people's lives, left, right, center, asking them in whatever terms applied to them to jump down, turn around, pick their bale of cotton. Jump down, turn around, pick their bale of hay. Make the clothes. Feed the land. Feed the animals. And not based on keeping up with the Joneses. The Joneses are crazy. Not like actual Joneses. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's a metaphor. But we have got to remember what it feels like when we feel good and what brings that to us. And we gotta be aware, right? Just be aware. Just pay attention to when things don't feel good. And it could be minor things. It could be things you do all the time. And it's not always this big grandiose, oh, this feels yucky, blah, blah, blah. No, if you're eating something and it's nasty and you've been eating it all these years, maybe your body's telling you something. Maybe your body's telling you it's time to stop doing it. Because that is where you reside. Hello, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And happy last day.
Yes. Prayerfully you make it over to New Year.
You know? I pray to be activated.
Exactly. New attitude.
Right? I got a new attitude. Da-da-da-da. Oh, that felt nice. When we allow life, right? Like I'm making a video, I could ignore the dog. I could wait to do the dog things with the dog and not do the video. But this is when it's coming to me. So this is when I'm sharing it. And we must know that we won't always be sharing that with others. Oh my God, it's my hat. Nobody took it. I haven't walked this trail in like 4 days. And I dropped my hat when I was out here running with my son and my dog. And I mourned my hat. I talked to my son. I was like, man, that was a good winter hat. I really enjoyed that hat. And we talked about my sadness, but also my detachment from the hat itself. Because as you can see, I have other hats. I have many hats. I'm not without hats of all different shapes, sizes, and hoods, right? So I let the hat go. And I said to my son, I said, well, I hope that if it does disappear, that someone who really needs it and is gonna use it well will get it. And you know who it came back to? Me. I love it here. And when I say I love it here, I just say, she was a fairy. And when I say here, yes, I mean this trail, this neighborhood, my city, but also I hold space and I honor that I live this life. I live this life. Me. I've hard created this life. I've jumped down so many times and picked my bales of cotton, sold them to someone else, got certain things back, but then was turned around and told, no, you got to keep picking. You got to keep picking before I give you something else. When I was like, and thank you so much for that. Now I rest. It's the moving of the target that we have to be mindful of. For every law that gets receded, for everything that gets taken off the books, how is it that you want to live? How is it that you want to live? Lean into that and stop expecting the massa and the overseer to give you anything. Not gonna give you nothing. And when they do, you best believe that they're not gonna think that cotton that you picked and gave to them, that they're gonna make clothes for their life with, that they're gonna turn around and sell to somebody else and make twice as much, 3 times as much, and not give you a lick of credit. Not a lick of credit. When do you start farming for yourself? As a metaphorical cultivation mindset. Honoring the land in which is your body. Your body is your land. Your body is your first and only piece of property. All the rest of this, I mean, yeah, it's yours. But at the same time, a fire could rush through, flood, hurricane, tornado, a thief, mold, rot, moths, a thief. All of that. Your body. Your body is a wonderland. Your body is a wonderland. I lose my head. A body is a wonderland. Your body is a wonderland. Da da do 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 da 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 da. I love walking through the forest because it often makes me feel like I'm walking in like a Jim Henson set. Even down to like seeing eyes in the trees and stuff. But this is my cotton. This is a part of my cotton. This crazy girl over there is a part of my cotton. My little boy is a part of my cotton. And he pricks me. She pricks me. This woods tests me. Pushes me. But never without reciprocity. Never without growth. Because growth is the reciprocity. We love the woods because it asks us of nothing. But to get yourself unwound, to get yourself unraveled, to get yourself free, you gotta jump down, turn around, and pick it up. And you can't ask. The thing is, no one realizes, no one wants to honor that you cannot ask. Just as parents will say, come. Just as parents will say, there's no manual on how to raise a kid. There's no manual, love. There's no manual on how to be a human. There is not one. There are musings. There are ideas. There are suggestions. There are findings. But let me tell you, as someone who walks first, learns second. Walks first, learns second. There's so many things in my life that I do innately, intuitively, like this whole freaking talk. that come to me through intuition. They come to me through surrender. Because I say, God, which is the general order of deities, to me. And I say that because, yes, Ifa. Yes, Jesus. Yes, Buddha. Yes, Hare Krishna. Yes, Shiva Shakti. Yes, 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 yes. And then, yes, and I allow yes, and. It's like you're tired, you're hot, you jump down, you turn around, you pick a bale of cotton, you have been tired. You've been hurt. You've been harmed. You've been bruised. You've been abused. You've been disrespected. You've been mistreated. But are you doing that to yourself is the question. Are you doing that to yourself is the question. And for many, many people this year, honoring that they would not do that to themselves and they would not stand by and allow someone else to do it to them. An allowance doesn't mean that you get into a tussle right there, right? Because if someone can't respect you, it's not really about you. If you know that you showed up in respect for them, you know, or maybe you don't know, but I would think you know at almost or past at 37 minutes in, I would think you know. Someone told me the other day, after asking how I was doing, came in, hey, how you doing? I took a breath and I got ready to answer. And before anything came out of my mouth, the response was, see, no, I can't do that because you be too deep. You be too deep. I can't even. And I paused in curious shock that grouping of words came before I could even say anything. They went on to say, because I feel like I need to be high to listen to you. And then shot me this weird glare. And then was like, the other person in the room was like, what does that even mean? Like, in what felt to be equal confusion. And they continued and said something else, to which I at that point had stopped listening because whatever was going on wasn't really about me. I took a deep breath because I like to check in with myself. So the only thing that resonated for me is that is not a practice of theirs. Or if yeah, that is not a practice of theirs. So anything that came after that, I found to be interesting, but I didn't hold it to be true. And also held it to be true. Because all that means is you don't understand me. Okay. So I won't share how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. You don't really care. It's cool. I'm not in here for that anyway. I didn't come for that. It'd be nice, but it's not necessary. But in this here year of 9, the masks have been shed left, right, and center. And many don't even realize that they're word vomiting and telling everything. Telling you should go. Telling you there's no longer space. That there's no more room in this inn for you to continue to birth that child of God within you. They're telling you that. They're telling you that this space here doesn't have the capacity to hold that glow there. So they're telling you. And it's okay. That's not your row of cotton. And it's okay. It's okay. Go into this next year, right, with, I believe it's Mel Robbins, because I haven't read the book. I just keep hearing people say the words, let them, let them, let them. And I was like, that's so angry. Why so serious? It's like, yes, we can take that connotation, but also we don't have to. We could just be like, huh, now, what did I come in here for? And leave it at that. Huh. Why are you around? Oh, and leave it at that. Huh. Do I even want that? No? And leave it at that. Leave it at that. And no more over explaining. We have to honor when we're teaching someone something. We have to honor when we're teaching someone something so that we can honor our worth. Because not everybody is a good student for your class of life. Come here. Come here. Come here, m'lady. M'lady, hello. Come all the way. All the way, ma'am. Thank you so much. Good girl. No. My dog thinks she knows how to cross the street, which to her is just run out frantically. Go. And I'm working on teaching her that that's just not what we have to do, is run out frantically. But I feel like she's a 2020 pup, and I feel like she was brought for some children, and maybe even an outside baby. So it's fine. We are where we are. She's a good girl. So, you know, I'm hearing it again. Jump down, turn around, pick a bill of cotton. Jump down, turn around, and pick a bill of hay. Oh, Lordy, pick a bill of cotton. Oh, Lordy, pick your bill of hay. 2026 is going to be different. But you have to be the first one to believe it. And then set your course. Okay. Love you. Bye.